Yeah, we know Paul's blurry. Just thanks.
I had too much to drink last night. This is a visual representation of what that feels like.
We don't know why. It's not he's out of focus. So, yeah.
Yep. I don't know what's going on there because well, doesn't no one cares. It doesn't matter. We did a lot of testing here, but
Try to reconnect.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so I have thoughts on this thing.
Okay.
So, it's fine.
Okay.
However, I will tell you that the lack of Face ID is far more annoying than I thought it would be.
Um,
And Touch ID on this thing is not a great alternative at all.
so I've been using a Mac. I mean, a iPad Air for I don't know 3 years ish, maybe 4. I don't even know. But dealing with that. Honestly, to me, it's fine. Like I don't really think about it. Like it's
So I
it
was
works fine.
like this close to taking it back, like until
Yeah.
I did one thing. So
Hmm.
the biggest problem here is you can see that it has to tell you where Touch ID is up here, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So the reason why I almost took this thing back is if you do not lock the display,
Yep.
you can pick it up in any orientation and you have zero idea where that button is because there's no visual indicator like when this thing is off,
Oh, I
like
see.
where that is.
Right.
So the only way
Right.
you can do it is to put your finger, find the camera with your little finger
Yeah.
and then like touch it
That's fine.
legitimately. So by locking the display so it
Mhm.
always shows up in this orientation, then it's fine. But if you
I see.
but then you have to unlock it if you want to do like, portrait stuff and whatever else. Once I locked it, it's a lot
I don't.
better, but it's like,
This is I don't even know. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I'm like, I've been using this thing for so long. I don't. What are you talking about? Like, it
the
works
other
fine.
annoying thing that you cannot do on iOS or at
Mhm.
least iPad, you can't turn off the camera. Like
Oh.
you can't turn off the camera. So right here, if you slide, right, you get the camera.
Oh,
So
I see. Yeah.
when I was going through
Oh,
that pain of,
I don't. I
go
don't
ahead.
have this with me.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that wouldn't fix anything. Well, maybe it wouldn't. So I don't have it with me here, the iPad, but on iOS 18 at least, you know how they have like a camera button that is probably tied to what you're doing. You can actually
There's
change that to be something else.
there's no camera button. It's a slide
Okay, but
gesture.
yeah, no, I understand. But you also like
Well, no.
you.
It's that whole gesture at all because before I lock the display, you try to
Mhm.
swipe up from the bottom, and like 50% of the time, it's going to the camera rather than revealing the pin pad,
I also never have this problem, so I'm not sure. I don't know what you're
and
talking
that's
about. It's
why
so
you're
weird.
blurry.
It might be your fault that I'm blurry, and maybe that does explain it. So I
Yep,
don't know. I
a
don't
little
know.
blurry. Uh, Other than that,
Interesting.
I mean, it's
Yeah, so the only iPad that has Face ID obviously is the iPad Pros, and those
yeah,
start at
and
like $1,000.
we can get two iPad Airs for that price, and
And
that's
that's
not.
incredible. Like it's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what I did spend some money on because I'm an idiot
Hmm.
is the stupid iPad Air keyboard thing that they sell for like $199,
Wow.
the
Why?
Apple one.
Hate yourself?
I never said it was logical or smart. I said I'm an idiot.
Mhm.
That's how I
I do
qualified.
want to test that kind of thing eventually. I just got a regular case.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but those things are expensive,
Yes.
and I just I know Logitech makes something that's cheaper, that's
Yeah,
pretty
the
good,
Logitech
and
makes a Surface Rep. It's a cover thing
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, yeah. And but the thing that I find vaguely offensive, aside from the price, is the fact that there's a brand new keyboard case that's only available, on the iPad
Yeah,
Pros, and it's like, guys, like, why wouldn't you? I don't know. Well, I guess you need to differentiate. I don't know. It's just it's
it's whatever. That way I'll have
a
full
little
suite.
sort of computer. That's
Yeah,
fun.
it's. I'm probably the first person to ever say this. I really
Mhm.
think I probably am. But if this thing could just run like a full OS, it'd be great.
Oh, no, you're not the first person to say that.
I know.
I would asterisk that by saying, honestly, the OS they have is fine. They just need to add a handful of features that would make it more sophisticated, like background tasks.
Yeah, but
Something simple like that. Like,
I wish it had proper stage manager. Is the dumbest thing Apple's done in a while from a software perspective. It just needs snapped apps, just left and right.
yeah,
Just snap them. Just side by side.
Yeah. So right, the snap like stuff they have. Well, they do have multitasking, and there is a snap sort of thing,
But
but
it like
it's
floats. It's
well, no, there's a you can do a. I don't ever do it. So I'm speaking like I know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you can actually just snap two apps side by side, but
can you? Because
I believe you can. Yeah. I mean, the apps have to support that,
oh
and
well, see.
no, but you still have like the three multitasking buttons at the top, the little dots
So
of the
there's
screen.
Stage Manager, there's Split View, and Slide Over.
Yeah, slide over is the garbage one. Forget
Yeah.
that. But split view should be what you want. And if you just open an app, and then there should be three little dots at the top, and if you tap that, you
Okay.
should get some kind of a split screen, something. I don't know. I don't ever do
It's
this,
just
but
shoving it to the side.
okay. I don't know
Like,
what to tell you about that.
look,
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm
Look.
just saying I don't know. I don't. I'm just
we can look
there's
at my grass seed
something.
that's on the ground. So here's the three dots. You put it there, and it just chucks it
No,
over.
no. Don't put it there. Just tap the three dots and see if you get like a little menu or something.
Oh, Split View. Nope.
Well, no, but it may not work with the. Look,
This is their browser.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying it's like
So
I
there's
did
Split
something.
View and there's Slide Over. I tap Split View, which is
Okay.
yoink. I don't know.
Well, no. But I think it's doing that so you can choose the next app.
Is that what it?
I think so.
Oh, there you go.
I think so.
Look at that.
No,
I
yeah,
learned
don't put
something
me in
new
this
today.
position. I don't want to
am the
defend
idiot.
Apple. This stuff is terrible. But but they're trying to rethink these things for a touch interface, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually, when you get this key, do you have the keyboard case already? Or
No,
it's
it's
coming.
back ordered for whatever. I'll get it next week.
Yeah, so when you get that, I wouldn't be surprised. See, this is something that's better, I bet, on the new one, because the new one has the function keys. And the function keys probably have keys for this kind of thing that would make this slightly more elegant. But I suspect it supports, trackpad gestures or something. I don't know. It must do, it will be a little bit better, but it's, I don't know. They purposely hold this thing back, man.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
I just wish the screen got a little brighter, but that's whatever.
Man, you are just a bundle of complaints this morning.
I know, ironic coming from. But I'm not taking it back. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, I like it. I have to say the issue I got the bigger one with the idea that I would kind of test the thing you're talking about at some point, and it's not a huge priority because it's just not particularly sophisticated right now. But honestly, the bigger one it's like heavy enough that it's noticeable every time I pick it up how heavy that thing is. Like it is heavy. I don't know. This makes no sense at all kind of a comment. Like if Apple had updated the iPad mini along with the iPad updates it just put out, I probably would have tried an iPad mini.
Yeah.
Gone in the complete opposite direction,
So there's a conspiracy theory, if you will, out there about the reason why the iPad mini continues to exist. Because it has been updated recently.
No, but
it's still expensive too. Like
yeah. I mean, the iPad mini should just be the iPad, but in a different size. Like they have a 10th gen, so maybe when there's an 11th gen, that's how they'll separate those. So we'll have two sizes of each kind, right? The normal one, the Air, and the Pro. And maybe it's tied to that.
Chip inside this thing, because this thing makes no sense.
The iPad Air, right? Which is why I didn't get it, because it's still like I think it's still on an A series chip.
Hold on, why don't we find tech specs? Where was that? Tech specs, 64 gigs. In the box, what's the? I'm pretty sure it's an A series.
It is. I'm almost positive because I immediately dispensed with this idea.
A15.
Yeah, so you have like not an M series, so it's a couple of gens back.
It's $500.
I know, and if you go to 128, it's $600, and you still don't have anything that can do.
There's no 128 anymore. It goes to 256
or whatever. Okay,
but it's 649.
Yeah, no way. That's right. So in other words, I looked at it and I was like, nope.
So the conspiracy theory, when I was looking at all this stuff, when I was reading a few weeks ago, the only reason this thing exists currently is for pilots. Because the 11 inch is too big, and this is for like a small private plane. This is like the optimal size for the flight stuff that they use.
Okay, I agree with you, but I mean, my primary use case is reading on this thing, and that would be great for reading, right?
But not for 400.
I
You
that I
you got to
yes.
be spending 649
No, I know
on
it's
this
too
thing.
much. That's my point. They should
Six.
make it when they do the iPad 11, the base one.
Mm-hmm.
They should just make the mini a smaller version of
Yeah,
that
just a
and have
whatever
it
7-inch
be
and 11-inch combined or
right,
whatever.
whatever that price range, $300. The other angle would be to make it an Air, and then that would justify the price.
Yeah,
Plus,
I bet that they just do what you say, because right now the current iPad is what, 10 inches. They could make that thing 7 inches, and then you have the two
yeah,
sizes.
just have the two right. So then we have 3 lines. They all have 2 sizes. Makes that there's logic to it. So
And they won't have
Apple
it.
will never do that.
Yeah, because if they are selling those minis to pilots at any sort of volume, they're making a killing on them.
Oh my God. Yeah, and I mean, right? It's like military pricing.
Yeah, no,
It really.
that's why the conspiracy
It's
theory is
no,
like this is for
I
pilots.
I love the form factor, and I listen. You know me, I obsess over this stuff. Like in the month I was in Mexico, there were a bunch of things I kept looking at over and over again. And one of them was the iPad because I knew when I got back I was going to do something there, and I looked at that so many times, and every time I looked at, I thought about going the refurbished route,
Mm-hmm.
which saves like $50. It's pointless, and it just doesn't make any sense. There's no version of this where that device, especially as it is right now with the Acer chip, justifies that amount of money. But even if they put like they're not going to put an M3 or 4 in it, obviously. So I don't know what they're going to do with at some point. The base iPad has to move up to M something.
Yeah, I agree.
You do
But
whatever that thing is. You do it with maybe go back to M1. Seems like it still works pretty great. So what's the difference? I don't know.
yeah, the question is, are they still making them?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know.
Because M2 seems to be the most popular chip because right now it's in their iPad Airs, it's in their mini or their Mac Minis.
Mhm.
They didn't.
They still sell a MacBook Air, I believe, with it, even though there's the newer, the M3 versions. I think you can still get
Yeah, let's see here.
it's around.
So go to. No, I don't want to shop. What's in their iMac?
Jesus, it's got to be an M3.
Get to know Mac. Help me
He
choose.
says confidently, like I know anything about Apple products. I don't know.
So the MacBook Air, there is an M2.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
else.
thought so. Yeah,
And then iMac. Hold on.
that's got to be M3.
I bet people
Gotta be.
tune into this for Microsoft talk too, by the way.
The problem with the iMac is that it's only 24 inches. So that's another one of those things where you're like, oh, this is a really nice looking. Oh, wait.
No, it's
24
M3.
inches. Yeah, M3. Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
M2 is probably, I don't know.
Hey, look, this Core i5, Core i7, Core i9.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
know?
not like bashing.
There's no
them or
reason. I
whatever.
mean, the problem is Apple puts one of these out every year, so you kind of think of it as the new, like
Right.
But I mean, and it is. I mean, really, but these things are still viable. That's, like that M1 based MacBook Air, they still sell at Walmart or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
That's a great computer. I mean, it really is. I
What do they
wish
charge
you
for
could
that
get it
thing?
with 16 gigs of RAM, but
Hold on. Walmart
you're just like shopping for Apple stuff today.
MacBook.
What happened to you, man?
I'm not buying it. I just want to know what
We're
they
seeing a
cost.
lot of interest from the Ohio area this morning for some reason.
iPad Air is a gateway drug. Well,
Yeah.
hilariously, Bing did not take me to the right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, the problem with the Walmart thing is it's only sometimes there,
Yeah, it's when enough people trade in things so they can load up the shelves.
Well, no, like they kind of came and went and then it came back. Like, I don't know.
So you could buy yourself a MacBook Air or an iPad Mini 256.
Yeah, for $649.
Yeah,
I know.
which that's a good deal.
It really is.
Like
I personally, I would never buy a computer with 8 gigs of RAM right now, but
yeah, but for somebody like my kid or whatever,
yeah,
when it's inevitable
okay.
that she breaks the Surface laptop she's using.
Well,